We're back again for another fruitful discussion. Anna will join us in talking about Blowbagets.
Good day, Mr. Drive Safe. I am ready to listen.
All right, let us begin. Before we talk about Blowbagets, let me share with you something, Anna. Not all drivers do pre-trip checkups before driving.
Pre-trip checkup? What's that?
With a pre-trip checkup, the driver will know the roadworthiness of the vehicle. Since you are applying for a student permit, you must know how to take good care of the vehicle that you will drive. Be familiar with the acronym Blowbagets.
Blowbagets?
It means battery, light, oil, water, brake, accessories, gas or fuel, electrical, tires, and self. Imagine the car unexpectedly stopping on a long ride because you failed to check the battery.
That could be very upsetting. Plans will be disrupted.
Hence, before traveling, check if the battery is connected properly. Also, close the lights when getting off the vehicle and avoid using gadgets and accessories when the engine is off. Otherwise, the battery will be drained. Lastly, look closely if there is corrosion or rust in the battery.
What if there is? Do I need to replace the battery right away?
That depends on the severity. If the battery is still working, you can clean it using a toothbrush, water and baking soda or soap. Meanwhile, use petroleum jelly or contact cleaner for areas around the battery terminal. For instances where the engine takes some time to start, have it checked by a mechanic. It might already need replacement.
Copy that. Next in the Blowbagets. What are the parts I need to check under L?
L for lights. Make sure that the lights of your vehicle are working. Always clean the lens and make sure to switch on the lights before it gets dark. Do not forget to switch off the cabin lights after you switch off the engine. And keep the windshield and mirrors squeaky clean.
Sir, at night, some vehicles are super blinding.
Those irresponsible drivers. Avoid using a high beam if there are vehicles on the opposite road. You must always switch to a low beam if you are within 200 meters of the car in front of you. You must also avoid using too much tint and avoid installing excessive headlights. See this car? Never make your car look like this.
That pickup looks like a Christmas tree. I won't do that to mine, I promise.
The third is oil. Check the engine oil regularly and more if necessary. Moreover, it is necessary to change engine oil regularly because the lubrication helps the engine run smoothly.
When will I know if it's time to change the oil?
You may do a visual check. Here's how you should do it. You may do this from the comfort of your driveway. Wait for the engine to cool and then pop the hood. Pull the dipstick out from the oil reservoir. Wipe the dipstick with a paper towel. Then reinsert it for several seconds and pull it out to observe the consistency and color of the oil on the stick. If the oil is translucent or yellowish, your oil is still good. But if the oil is dark, thick, and grainy, you need to change oil. Anna, remember to also check for fluid leaks, steering oil, and gear leaks. Make sure that the grease on the ball joint of your vehicle is adequate. Failure to do so might cause serious damage to your engine due to friction.
Ooh, that could be very terrifying when neglected. Next to the Blowbagets is W. Is it water, sir?
That's right. Think of this situation. While on a long drive, the engine overheats. But this could be prevented. Check the water level regularly. Avoid overfilling the reservoir to maintain correct back pressure. Replace the radiator cap if required to avoid overheating. Okay, let's proceed to the second B or brakes.
Just last night on the news, I saw the story of a truck full of corn that crashed with another vehicle. It was said to have lost its brake.
Brake is one of the most important components that a driver must check before driving. In road crashes, brakes could save the lives of the driver and passengers. Thus, before driving, have your brake system checked by a mechanic to make sure that it is functioning well. The brake master cylinder, piston, and the thickness of the rotors and brake pads.
Probably everyday use makes it thinner or even worn out.
You're right. So do a regular visit to the mechanic and have the brake system cleaned. They would know what to do. By the way, after fixing the brake, do a test drive for at least a block to assess if the brake grip is tight enough for you. And through this, you could practice and make adjustments if needed.
I'll keep that in mind. The brake is very crucial for my safety.
Oh, the sixth item is our Blowbagets lesson A, accessories.
Let me guess, does it include horn, wipers, windshields, and parking brakes?
Very good. Please include in your list the switches and controls, seat belts, and all early warning devices of your car.
Ah, thank you. I'll write that down.
I have a question for you, Anna. What makes a vehicle run?
Gas or fuel?
Perfect. When a person is hungry, he becomes sluggish. The same principle applies to cars. It needs gas or fuel to run. Manual or automatic, always make sure that the gas tank is full before driving. And during long drives, look around and observe the road signs because you'll see how far the next gasoline station is.
Yes, but gasoline is expensive, sir. Do you have some fuel-saving tips?
Yes, of course. First, avoid short trips. If the destination is near, just walk as a form of exercise. Also, avoid driving through routes with heavy traffic. Be guided by some mobile applications that can provide you with better route options. Next, do not carry too much load. Shifting and acceleration should always be smooth. Wobbly and bumpy pedal controls consumes too much gasoline. Follow the speed limit and check the tire pressure.
Wow, that's a lot of fuel-saving tips. I'll make sure to apply those.
Before I forget, stick to one brand of fuel only because the engine might have a hard time adjusting to the new brand. And lastly, check if there's a leak in the fuel tank. Do not overfill. Change the fuel cap if needed.
Got it. I'll be able to save fuel for sure.
Okay, let's proceed to E, electrical. First, avoid installing electrical accessories by yourself. Let it be installed or repaired by a qualified auto electrician. Avoid using substandard electrical wires, fuse holders, and bulbs. Yes, it's cheap, but is it worth taking the risks? Also, stop being a plantito. Do not pour water on the dashboard when cleaning it. It will not grow.
Copy that, sir. T is for tires, right?
Before driving, check if the tires are in good condition. Make sure that there's enough air. If overinflated, reduce air to prevent tire blowout. There are also risks when it's underinflated. 1. Friction could easily wear it out. A new tire would mess up your budget. 2. It'll make the vehicle hard to control, not safe, and would burn so much fuel.
Some drivers bring extra tires with them.
That is a wise move. Even so, check if your tire is in the correct inflation. You can buy a tire pressure gauge to ensure proper tire inflation.
Noted, sir.
Lastly, S for self. Why do you think this is included?
Because I am the driver?
Exactly, you're correct. Even though the motor vehicle is in its top-notch condition, if the driver is not feeling well, it will result in road mishaps. A driver should be physically and mentally fit, okay?
Okie dokie. Blowbagets. Battery, lights, oil, water, brake, accessories, gas or fuel, electrical, tires, and self. Thank you, sir. I learned a lot.
Don't mention it. Remember that proactive maintenance is better than reactive. Because with proactive maintenance,
Like doing pre-trip checkups?
right, you'll be able to identify issues that must be addressed, find what's lacking, or what needs to be repaired, to ensure that the vehicle is in top-notch driving condition. It is better than reactive maintenance, which means troubleshooting existing problems. That is stressful. With proactive maintenance, you can measure the roadworthiness of your vehicle. A roadworthy vehicle is in good operating condition, meets acceptable standards for safely transporting people or cargo.
How can I determine if my vehicle is safe to drive?
Nothing beats an overall checkup of a good mechanic, but the pre-trip checkup can contribute significantly to your safety. Thus, consistently do the pre-trip checkup. And of course, regularly have the mechanic check the vehicle. Some even prefer to bring their vehicle to the service center of the car company they bought it from. Yet even if the car is safe for driving, the driver should practice defensive driving. And it is best that the driver has troubleshooting training. This is why it is crucial to take a driving course before applying for a student permit or license to drive. Let us assess your learning. Answer the short quiz.